Sky, we finna light it up. We ain't never coming down. See the people showing love. Say what's up when I'm around. They were saying it was love, but we see them in the crowd now. We too young to give a fuck. All we know is that for now. I said what's up, what's up, what's up. I'm young, don't give a fuck.
Alright, welcome back everyone. Hope you're doing great. It's the weekend again, so we want to take a look at the markets. We are back here with the market focus. Finally! In this format, we normally do a quick weekly weekend analysis for the next week. So a weekly analysis on the weekend, so to speak. So without further ado, let's jump into it because there are very nice trading opportunities in my opinion, and the last week was also very interesting. So here you go. This is Euro USD, perfect. This is the pair I trade the most, so I want to start with that. And let's go on the weekly chart. I always orientate on the weekly first, right?
Subscribe
so
now.
let's do it like that, and let's get this tool somewhere over here. Actually, yeah, that is about good. All right, guys. So now, what can we see here? Okay, weekly chart, Euro USD. Like I said in the last couple of videos already, I said this over and over again. My target for the Euro USD is actually up here. So let's write this down. This is the bigger target. We talked about this for many weeks already. This target, in my opinion, is still intact. So now very interesting. We have here a green weekly close, as you can see. So this for me shows me, even though there is a lot of indecisiveness in this candle, it shows me the upside is still preferred, right? So I'm still expecting next week to come up and hit the target. We need to see though, yes, there could be again a pullback. It's not out of the picture, but if you think about it, this distance here down here has been closed already, right? And we talked in the last video about it, that so last weekend it was like that, right? We talked about this, that we want to actually buy it down here, and we talked about that we highly prefer a pullback down first. This was expected to come in this area and then bounce off here, right? So exactly that happened as well. As you can see, first we came down in the week and then we went up. And guys, remember I did a big account flip here to 12k. Unfortunately I screwed up in the end. You will see everything in the video. But here I expected this to rocket up straight, right? And unfortunately, as you guys can see here, it turned down again, and now gave us this kind of weekly close here, which is pretty indecisive. We need to be a little bit careful. I think the reason is there's news on Monday again. I think Sharon Paul will talk again or some stupid stuff like that. I hate news, guys, because it's basically a lottery in the markets and it can destroy your setups, and I don't like these Fed speeches and all of that nonsense. So we need to see. That might be a problem. In the worst case, we could totally reverse this setup. I don't think it will happen, but in the worst case we will get a red candle like that. Let me kind of illustrate it, right? Red like that with a close down here under this one. This would mean, like a close like that, that would mean we are reversed, right? And that would mean this Euro USD is actually short again, right? So we need to be careful. It could happen because this candle is indecisive. It's not really decisive, it's indecisive, right? And the wick up there is a little bit big, right? So we need to be careful about that. It could turn actually. If that would happen, something like that, then we would actually go into a bigger correction here in the Euro USD. As you can see, something like that, right? Then we would come down here again to these points. Here is also support again. So, and then rocket up, right? So this is not off the table. We could see a bigger ABC correction here, and we need to see, right, how this plays out. It's not off the table. However, at the moment I'm still preferring that we're gonna go up to the target directly. The only reason for that is, you know, my strategy guides, I keep it as simple as possible. I try to keep my brain as stupid as possible, as little as possible, because we're dealing with the markets here. It's like a random beast. I don't look at fundamentals. I don't try to interpret anything. I don't try to read anything about it. All of that is, in my opinion, complete nonsense. So I don't look at that. I just look, is it red or green? On the weekly, is it thrusting up or down? Like, is it engulfed up or down? And as long as it is thrusting up, it's green, I'll go long. I prefer long. So on the smaller time frame, I do long only, right? So here, like I said, it's a little bit difficult because of the indecisiveness of this close. So now let's look at daily. Daily, on the other hand, for me, looks good still, right? Looks good still. Let me show you the reason. You guys remember if you look at the account flip episodes, I still need to cut them and complete the series. I just recorded 1 episode so far. I mean, I recorded much more, but it needs to be you know, all put in a video. I have tons of different videos, and I need to put them all together, you know, different recordings, and so that will be a lot of work, but I will keep up with that. But if you have watched that, then you remember that actually I bought in here exactly at this support. This is what I did, and it was rocketing up, right? And then my idea was the next day to hold this trade, right? This is the next day. So the next day was actually green in the beginning. You guys can see that right here. It looked like that. I was already in down here, right? So I was already in a profit here of what, 70 pips, right? And I was with 10 lots, guys. It was crazy. Then it went up first. So imagine the candle was green up here, right? It was completely green. So there was no reason not to reach the target, and you can see this is an engulfing here, right? Clear engulfing on the daily, and this shows me the targets are still up there. This is why I'm saying on daily it still looks a lot better for me. Clear targets up here, as long as this engulfing is not, you know, counter engulfed or destroyed to the downside, which is currently not the case, right? You can see again we held it, and then again we did a touchdown there, again we held it. And actually what I'm seeing right now, very interesting, so this is still intact, right? And what I'm seeing right now is the following. We have another support right up here, right? This was also the reason why I didn't go out the day when I was in profit, because I was thinking there is a support here, right? But you can see it fell back in. But the next day we came back out, and now we are actually right on the support. So I believe there is a chance here that this is holding and we actually come up straight. I hope this will happen. We'll see, because I'm still in some longs right now, but like I said, I couldn't realize the big profit of 12k. Like, I flipped the account from 300 USD of 12k. Watch the videos, guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't flip it all the way because I didn't realize the gains, right? So this is how this looks to me. Now let's go actually to the bigger overview here, guys. So here you can maybe see it even more clearly. So this is the momentum candle right here. It's a 70 pip candle, 70-80 pips, something like that, and the target is up here. And I think this is still intact, and we just, you know, gained this support. I think now we have actually this support on our side. We need to see, it really depends how Monday comes in. If Monday, of course, comes in red again and goes down quickly here, right, falls back in, then we are back in here again, right? So we need to be careful, but that will be decided on Monday and with the news on Monday, I guess, right? You can see these are the Monday news, inflation rate from the EU, and then what else? All of this crap, right? All of this crap, I guess. Oh no, actually what is this? This is September. No, I'm tripping, guys, I'm tripping. This is it, right? Here, inflation rate, yes, I remember that. So it is inflation rate on the 30th, and then there was Fed in the evening, some speech. I don't know how important that will be. Sometimes they're not important, sometimes they are important, but these inflation rates, I think they will be important. So we'll see. Hopefully they will propose this market up here and see. Yeah, and then we have 4 hours. Okay, let me show you guys this in the euro. So here for me the structure is still clearly up. We have here this kind of trend line up, right? This is showing me we want to go up eventually. It's just a lot of chaos with these high points right here, but I'm expecting this kind of move, right? And also you can see this structure here for me is actually solved to the upside, right? and this even has some higher targets, this 1.13, which is my final target. Actually, if it really explodes up, it would be in here, right? So this for me is looking good, trying to still buy it, and hopefully not getting too aggressive pullbacks because I'm in longs right now, but of course there could also be some kind of pullback like this and then come up again. We don't know exactly. Here is the support on the 4 hour, as you can see, and yeah, so keep that in mind. Okay, so much from the Euro USD. Like I said, I'm still bullish for the moment. Should weekly somehow close red and it doesn't, and if it would do an engulfing down, of course then I would switch to short, but so far I'm still preferring the longs with the clear target up here at what is this, 1.127 and later 1.13, right? Okay, so let's keep that in mind, and let's now look at the other pairs. Well, we can go here. Let's go to the overview again. So we want to look next. What do we have? NZD. My god, guys. I'm so disappointed because I did the account flip, right? Let's go actually to the full cam. Guys, I did the account flip, right? And the thing is, I also had NZD USD a lot of times longs there, and then I actually decided where do I want to do the big flip, on Euro USD long or NZD USD long, and normally I prefer Euro. It's my main pair. If I would have done this in NZD, my god, it would have been a lot of money, and there would have been no problems with reaching the targets. You will see this guy right. You will see these guys right now. So have a look here. So this year's NZD. Let's go back to the weekly. This one, we talked about this some weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago or something in the Market Focus, right? Like I said, guys, watch the videos, subscribe to the channel, because these setups are working out beautifully.
Subscribe to become profitable.
So we talked about exactly like that, right? It was like that. We talked about we have a perfect, like, you know, picture perfect signal right here, right? Because we do have the support zone right here. We did have the pullback on the support zone, right? And after that, as you guys remembered, I was saying to buy it, and maybe still a pullback down here and then go up, right? Now let's see what happened. So this I think went up, yeah, without any pullbacks actually, right? So this went up straight to the target area. We still have upside here as well, so I'm expecting another green week. What I would do in the NZD actually is I would focus now on the last low point of the last week, which is here. This is the weekly low. Let's write it down. Weekly low, right? Then I would focus on these buttons in TradingView, guys. It makes me crazy. So there's a support here, right? And then there is this wick still here. So these are all points of interest. So in case this somehow comes down here again during the week, I would buy it up again with this higher target, right? So I would do that, and I would look at the smaller time frames, of course, for confirmation on what's going on exactly, right? Let's delete this line. I want to have these two lines in there. And now let's go to daily. So here, yeah, we need to see. I'm not sure if this actually will make all the way this pullback again, because on daily for me it looks like a continuation, right? So I'm expecting maybe only a smaller pullback and then up. So this for me is clear bullish still. And what I would do here, oh, but now in the 4 hour, let's have a look here. What I would do here is what I always do. I look at the Bollingers, right? We can see we are expensive. So here actually, yes, there could be the pullback to the Bollinger on the downside again and then go up. This could happen here actually. So we need to see. There are some different kind of scenarios here. Okay, either, one moment guys, this TradingView. Okay, so either we grab this here and it turns to support and then goes up, could be, but in terms of Bollingers we are pretty much in the second standard deviation, so it's a bad point to buy in, now it's expensive. So either pull back down here or maybe even to the low point here, right? This could also be again in play here, or all the way to the low point here of the Bollingers again and then buy it, right? So there are different scenarios here. We need to look intraday then. Let's go to the 2 hour. Yeah, it needs to catch up with the 2 hour, I think, right? So let's have a look here. So here is the support line. So I'm assuming that this will do something like that, catch up with the 2 hour there's a low point, and with the 2 hour Bollinger, which will creep up, right, and then do something like that. So we need to see. I would wait here a bit for cheaper prices and then buy it up in this area. But this one has been playing out beautifully, and I should have put my money in there. I promise you guys, here I would have realized the gain. I would have realized it here on the top, not like in the euro, and this would have given me also more in terms of pips, right? This was a 150 pips move, this one weekly candle. In euro, you're only up 100 pips, and then it crashed during the account flip experiment. Go watch the video, guys. Okay, then let's look at AUD USD. What can we see here? Also still upside, right? Let's have a look. Here's the next support, so we grabbed that. Looks pretty good. And we have some higher targets here as well, right? So eventually I'm expecting this kind of zone up here. So need to see. I'm assuming here also, like I said, we are fully thrusting up. I'm assuming the 0.7, this round mark, should come. Here also we could have some pullback into the weekly range and then come up more, right? So here, same kind of scenario like in the NZD kind of. Daily, of course, is a bit, might go through directly. We need to see. 4 hour on the other hand is overextended again at the Bollingers. So here we need to see. It should come down a bit, maybe like this, and maybe go up again. We need to see where exactly it turns. But here also upside. GBP USD, I don't like this pair, but for the moment upside. Let's keep going. We want to not keep it too long here, guys. I need to drink something too. Let's have a look at USD JPY, Euro JPY, the yen pairs. Very, very interesting what is happening right here. We talked about them last time in the video as well, guys. And let's make it again full screen here. So here, right, we talked about this, my god. Like I said, it did a pullback right into this resistance, right? And one moment, guys, and right here also. So this was the area, and we talked about it, that it should be still short, right? And but we want it because it's yen pairs, they are crazy volatile, so it needs to be very careful. We wanted to wait for a momentum candle in the daily to show us clearly, okay, finally it has turned, because it was hard to spot where it exactly turns, right? And this turn around down was very random, as you can see, very random. There was no kind of sign, just boom, because something happened again in Japan with the Bank of Japan. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but it's just full of rumors, and this thing is always going crazy with every new rumor. It's just basically dumping down. So here in Gulf down, so the setup is now clear. Here we expect some pullbacks first, right, to the to close the weekly gap here, and then go down, right? So here clear setup and very good setup in my opinion, and we're still targeting this overall low point that we already said in the last couple of videos, that this is the longer term target, right? So now let's see on the weekly. We did that, right? Here also should come up a bit and then down. Then on what, 4 hours? Yeah, let's look 4 hours. You can see we are here in the Bollinger Bands, so we don't want to buy right now. We want to wait for this kind of pullback to happen here, right? And then there should be a nice down move here, which could be rather large. Let's measure it out. Yeah, this is, my god, 700 pips or something. It's a volatile beast. Okay, now with that being said, guys, let's look at the other yen pairs for now. We have Euro Japanese yen, this one crazy. Have a look at this. My god, what is that? That is absolutely crazy, right? So we talked about this channel, as you guys remember in the last couple of videos, that this channel could play out, and it looks like it did. Went up all the way to the channel here. Let's look again in terms of retracements. This is also 50-61 area. So very crazy turnaround here as well. Let's look at the weekly also. Definitely a red candle here on the weekly. So we are still here at this resistance. So here I'm also expecting this resistance for now to hold, maybe some pullback, again testing it. It could also come up over it a little bit again and to then dump. So here also the targets are to the downside, right? We talked about this, the targets are down here. Here I would prefer the short side, and this is probably just an ABC corrective pattern which is now finishing. And now on the 4 hour again we are a bit expensive because we are in the second standard deviation here of Bollinger Band, so we want to have a pullback to catch up with the Bollingers and then come down. Probably the 2 hour Bollingers will probably be good. Yeah, they need to turn around, so this will take a while, but I'm assuming next week there should be a good short opportunity. A lot of times what the yen pairs are also doing, they just stalling for a week, so I could also imagine it comes up here green, then makes a green weekly candle, but again under the resistance, and then with the next week, the week after that, to drop. Sometimes it likes to stall like that, so keep that in mind. Also it is possible because yen pairs are crazy. Well, it could also test this week again, even overshoot a little bit and then come down. There's so many possibilities in this. You need to be very careful with these beasts, but definitely use an averaging system with small size is the only way to play this. But there's a lot of opportunity here, 1200 pips to the downside, but I would be careful. It could grab again these kind of wicks and squeeze out stops and everything. Oh, actually now we have the GJ open. I didn't even notice. Yeah, they're basically, my god, basically they're the same, right? So which one did I look at, Euro JPY or GJ? Basically they're the same, right? So I was thinking I'm looking at the Euro Japanese yen. Okay, we analyze GJ right now, okay, just to correct that. And then Euro Japanese yen is similar, right? We let's have a look here and let's go to the full one again. So here again, what do we have? We have here the resistance fell back into it, right? I'm expecting also here maybe some pullback short term and then again down, right? This is how it looks here. Daily pretty clear. This is a momentum candle. We can measure out the goal of the momentum candle as well. Okay, so this is the goal of the momentum. So this brings us down to this target here. This is the target of Euro Japanese yen, right? Here you go, target area. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, something like that is to be expected. We don't know how far it can come up again. It can also do some candles in between to stall the move, but I'm thinking it should come down here, right, in the longer term. So the yen pairs, I think they're very nice opportunities here awaiting, but they are freaking hard to play because they have they're super volatile and they like to do crazy fake out moves, right? So be careful here. This is why I normally don't trade them. They're too dangerous. To wrap it up, guys, let's look quickly at some indices. US 30, what's going on here? So we are still going up. So indices, already what I'm gonna say. Long forever. I'm not even trying to predict anything here. It's just up, right? Of course, at some point they should maybe correct, but I'm not gonna be a hero and calling out when it's gonna correct. It's still up, right? So here in the 4 hour, maybe some sort of correction in the short run here to target these low points and then come up again. So indices always up. Now let's look at Nasdaq. Also here we should now target, I guess, these high points again. So here may be a move down temporarily and then up again, right? What would be of course crazy mean is if this would fall back in here and then finally make this corrective structure, which I have been expecting. I don't know, this is what I was expecting, but so far it didn't work out yet. So now we need to see, but now it's actually over the support, so I would be careful with that. I'm expecting more upside to come because indices always go up. So then let's wrap it up here. Gold is a rocket, nothing else to say, just going up. And my target area is actually reached. So let's recap how we actually measured this out. So we went in here and draw it up like that, right? So this is the target area here for gold, and we are pretty much in it. So yes, there can still be an overshooting to 2800. It's possible. yeah, why not? It's anyway rocketing up, but we are already in the area of the 2650, which actually was my final goal, you know, and here it can kind of start correcting, you know. I'm assuming this would be more plausible, you know, a small correction to catch up with these support areas and then go up to 2800, maybe something like that, right? So here it could of course shoot right through because it's a rocket right now, but I'm actually preferring that this will start to stall now and become slower, and we need to have actually some sort of pullback. I mean, either to this low point here and then go up again, or all the way to this support area right here. So we need to see. Now this is on weekly. In terms of daily, there is not much here yet. The thrust is still up because there's no counter engulfing. So here on daily, actually we would still prefer the upside for now, but if there is a clear momentum candle engulfing down, then I would say okay, the correction is finally starting. So we need like a momentum candle, maybe something like you could see in the past, like this is a momentum candle down, right? Something like that. Closing on daily, something like that, right? Something like that. So these are momentum candles down. So this we don't have it yet, but if this comes like a bigger momentum candle down here, right? Something like that. Let's try to visualize it. Okay, so if in gold, God, something like that would happen, right? Then I would, after that day, I would be on the short side, right? To play it like this, here the correction, and then up again, right? So I'm assuming a correction is near in gold, but it's also not off the table that this will, you know, rocket through to the even higher target of 2800. It is possible, however, because we are already here at the target, I'm assuming some correction to unfold. But actually looking at the weekly, it's still very green, so I would be careful. The correction, if it starts, will not happen that quickly, right? First daily needs to be engulfed down, then it anyway will then take until the end of the week, and then the next week needs to reverse too. So here, just judging of the weekly, it's actually still rocketing up. And here actually, let's look at this momentum. There's another target right here, this one. All right, from this momentum candle right here. So yeah, okay, actually there could be another up week in there, then building the top and then come down, right? So I'm assuming we are kind of overextended and potentially turning around here in this area of 2700. We will see. That much from gold. Maybe let's have a look at 4 hour. What's going on here? Not much. Sideways correction, and here a green candle. Yeah, still nothing to say here really. Probably, like I said, in the short term, probably still gonna go up to 2700, and then we need to see. So 2700 could still very well be in the cards, and then maybe some correction. So that much from gold. Now let's look at WTI, because we had this in the last market watch. Me personally, I didn't act on it. And actually, yeah, maybe it was good, I don't know. This is a kind of crazy move here. So we looked at this momentum candle up here, right, on the weekly, which showed us, okay, this should maybe go up now more. And I'm expecting, actually, we need to see. The problem is though, this low point here has not been washed out, right? So we said, okay, either it's now reversing, coming up to this here sense of resistance, or to these high points, something like that, or we would still go up down here and then reverse. Now I'm still not sure. This is the weekly close is not bad. It's still thrusting up. I mean, it's red, but it doesn't matter, because this low point here on the 4 hour with this one, which is the momentum candle which engulfed and started the upthrust, is not counter engulfed, right? So actually here, because of there's no counter engulfing, I'm still preferring this to come up more, right? So this might be cheap prices again here in the WTI. And yeah, you can see daily. Oh, daily is beautiful, guys. This is a good setup. I didn't look at this yet. I like it because weekly is engulfed up, right? The upthrust, new upthrust here. Can actually write this down, new upthrust. So, and now looking at daily, we have a correction here to give us a cheap price again of like 60%, so 60-70%. And now again, we're switching from red to green. I like that. In the 4 hour, you can see here it's trying to now flip the structure, right? So we have some kind of, I don't know, zigzag down, right? And here is the last point. So if this rockets up like this and comes like that, I would definitely buy it, right? So this one looks very good. What I would do now here, I like the setup, guys. What I would do now here is monitor this high point here, the last one here in the 4 hour, this one, right? And I would, so probably this gonna come down first, but then if it goes through that, right, then I would buy it, right? So here we need to be a little bit patience some more, and I think this looks good though, and then I would buy it. So here we have some up potential to go up, definitely again to the weekly high point, which was here, and in longer run this could be a bigger move that will look something like that, right? So this is what I'm actually expecting here, as long as weekly is thrusting up. Once weekly is engulfing down with a weekly candle, it's over, right? This is how our system works. So but as long as it's still thrusting up, I would prefer this, and we could see these high points here again, right? Maybe 76 in the price, something like that, or 75, right? So very interesting here. This needs to be on the watch list right now. I like it. Okay, lastly, let's BTC. I didn't look in this forever because this is just boring in my opinion, but BTC, you know my analysis of this thing. So basically we are in this channel up, right? And we also said that there is a correction happening here at the high point, and this is going on as well. It's a complex correction, right? And eventually though, this should break up to the 80k mark, and then it could tank, right? Maybe it doesn't need to be that drastic, but I'm expecting in the longer term 80k, or maybe a little bit shy over 80k, maybe 82, 84k, and then we need to see then actually a bigger down move can happen here again, right? So this is just BTC, like a, how you say, overview, but not much in depth, right? This is just like a very fundamental, how you say, rudimental overview here, right? So that is basically it. What about USD index, dollar index? Yeah, it's coming down. Not much to say about this. There are some support levels here. Probably let's see, probably this would come down a bit more and then start reversing. So let's have that on the list. But also this has a some kind of channel. It could even go much more, right? So this is the opposite of the euro. So here I'm preferring down, and in euro USD I'm preferring up, right? Okay, for the time being. So with that being said, guys, I think we went through everything. What else we have? US 500. Yeah, this one, not much to say. I will not say anything about the indices. They will probably, like I said, do some kind of correction here, but then again find support here, and then year of end of year rally, right? So with that being said, guys, I think I want to wrap it up here. It was a nice market overview. Hope you could take something away, and I catch you in the next one, guys. Peace out. Peace.